Now, Chad, did we just let Gena lead the discussion, or did she ask for it to put on the agenda?
She asked for it to be on the agenda, so I'd say the board can just go through and answer any general responses that you have.
Did you want to read the questions, or do you want to just?
First, everybody's got a copy of the.
No.
So there's still some people.
Share mine.
Who needs one?
I'll use hers.
Share. Okay, fine.
We have one.
Can I make a motion, or do you guys like to go here? Can I make a motion? Can I make a motion that the board just respond directly to her, so we don't see all night of going over there?
No.
I feel that's why a lot of
If it's too
people.
long of a night, then I guess you guys will.
A lot of that we'll have to respond to, but we want to hear comments. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been going around, we just need to get it clarified. Anybody else need a copy? Gena, how do you want to do this?
I think that everybody's got a copy right now, can kind of speed read down to the actual concerns. These are not just my concerns. These are, let me see this.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you.
These are concerns that I have. These are concerns that many of you have. Unfortunately, there's been some concern about if anyone brings them up, there might be some retaliation, some issues towards people expressing their concerns. I don't have those concerns personally. I choose not to be intimidated by folks who try to intimidate others. So I took it upon myself based on comments from next door, based on my meeting here last month here outside in the parking lot, and comments made in here. And I hope no one minds, but I felt like we all needed answers. There's some kind of iffy things that have been going on as far as credibility goes, as far as our financials go. Things that all of us have paid for in this community have just poof, disappeared. Not just $100, not just $5, we're talking thousands of dollars of equipment just gone. So these things are concerns that I wanted to bring up. If anybody doesn't want to hear this part of the conversation, I'm sorry it might take a little while, but I think it's very necessary for all of us to be on the same page. Just a moment. It really boils down to accountability. Accountability of our board members and of the responsibilities of them managing not only our neighborhood needs properly, but our HOA funds as well. Part of this responsibility to behave in a proper manner and act within the authority bestowed upon them, not outside of that authority, not individually. One major issue is that there have been countless reports of our HO board president, Sharon Montgomery, acting outside of said authority, and any board member that not only condones this behavior, but is in cohesion with this behavior should be ashamed of themselves, as should she. Our HO is not a dictatorship, but a democracy made up of our trusted peers. When that trust is no longer viable, we must question these issues, require answers to the problems that occur because of this behavior. Rarely do decisions get made by single board members, so many of the concerns brought forth tonight were made by a majority rule, yet not for the betterment of the community, but for whatever reasons they justified within themselves. Board members, ask yourselves, did I vote for something because it was right for the community as a whole, or because I was just being indifferent or being a friend to a board member? Tonight, the board has been asked to explain these wrongs set upon our community, and in doing so, will then be asked to adjudicate accordingly. If you guys can proceed.
I have a question. Are those comments, and I appreciate that, I really appreciate that, that's fantastic. But are those questions directed or formulated specifically to this board that's only been in existence for 5 months? Or are those questions directed to the previous board as well?
This board.
Okay, because this board, there's no one that sits on this board that has a business that benefits or profits from this community. Now, your past boards, that did exist.
That wasn't a question,
Yeah.
that wasn't part of mine.
That may not be part of your question, but since we want to be very candid here, does anyone on this board own a business that generates revenue from this community? Please raise your hand. So that is not something that exists currently.
And I'm gonna interject because you're deflecting right now.
No, I'm not deflecting.
Yes,
I'm speaking truth.
Yes, ma'am, we're addressing this board.
You are
I think
100%
you're deflecting.
deflecting.
No, I'm not, what she,
If everybody speaks, nobody can hear anything, so can we go one by
No,
one?
I'm speaking to the comment that she said as far as a board member benefiting from.
What she means by that is, did you guys sell this stuff and steal our money is what she's asking you. What happened to all the furniture?
If I found-
She wants to know where the money is for all this stuff that we sold. Where are the lights around the tennis court and where did the money go? Who made that decision? That's this board, that's what she means. Don't deflect it on
No, I wasn't trying to deflect, that was not my intention. The way that you said that, to me, that's how I process. Now, if I was wrong, then I do apologize to everyone, in particular you, since I directed to you. In regards to your point, if that is what this community has a question about, I have asked everyone to come to this HOA meeting, and I will continue, because I want this community to grow and to improve, and everybody's voice deserves to be heard. And everyone is important. There's no one greater or smaller. So, if you have a concern, you are a homeowner, you are a renter, then you should be heard, and I apologize.
Can we move on to question number one?
Yeah, let's just go to number one.
So Chad, Garrett, did y'all research the minutes to see if there was any of this stuff that was approved by the board?
Okay, so the,
Item by item.
What does any of this stuff mean?
furniture, I just made a couple notes based on minutes and board members feel free to jump in. So the clubhouse furniture, was discussed in the January minutes, and approved unanimously, along with the copier. The jukebox, we didn't have any notes of that, any discussion on that in the minutes. The purpose for the removal was noted as that more space was needed for rentals, poor quality of some of the furniture, little use, and the copier was broken or needed a piece to make it work. And why it wasn't replaced, I don't think the intention was to replace it when it moved on to remove. So is there any other comments on that discussion on?
Well, I mean,
those?
I have a little bit of a problem with the minutes on that because jukebox was discussed. I remember that. I abstained from voting for the furniture being removed. You know, copier printer, yeah, we approved getting rid of that. TV, we approved stuff like that.
I remember approval of all of that whole list.
And I remember approval of it also, and as far as furniture, it was a sofa that, I don't know the exact age of it, but.
Well, there should have been 2 love seats, a sofa, 2 end tables, a coffee table. At one time, there was a hockey machine, there was a foosball table, there was a jukebox. There were things for the community to use. And now, let me finish my comment and then everybody else can chime in.
There's a dartboard there, is that what you're?
It was set up for the community to use, and now it seems as though it's being taken away and we're turning this into a rental for parties, anniversaries, and weddings, and it's no longer a community center. The TV that you got rid of, I don't know the reason why, it really doesn't matter to me, is in perfect working condition, the old one that you got rid of. I know it's in perfect working condition because I got it and I plugged it in to check it, and I still have it in the warehouse. So why we were getting rid of a 64-inch TV that worked fine, put another TV up on the wall and spend money, again, is something that that board decided to do.
And that's something I can answer to again, with some of the renters, one of the things is that they wanted a TV that they could plug in with USB or something like that to show pictures and stuff like that.
Right, and I understand that. And that is if you want this to be a rental hall for weddings, birthday parties, and so forth,
Not just
or do you want it to be for regular people to use when you come up here? You know, I mean, the air hockey table's gone, never was replaced, you know.
I 100% agree that that new TV was needed because of USB ports and shit. Even hanging out here, I'll tell you right now, you want it because the kids bring PlayStation and everything else. My question is, why did we take the old TV and throw it in a pile? And not somehow,
Sell it.
they're gonna sell it.
Actually,
It was on Craigslist from what I've seen.
the board was to donate it to
Yeah.
to a receiver. That was never made, so.
But
Yeah, it's going to a senior center from the city, that's what we're giving it to.
that makes sense, huh? See, that-
I was at the last meeting,
No,
and
it's-
somebody
you know what I
asked
mean? Like,
for that food
you
thing,
put out there
and
that that's-
everybody agreed to let it
So
go.
if you don't think you just.
Everybody agreed to let it go.
But that's not
John
something
and I
that I-
address it in the next meeting, what happens with each item.
But I just wanna make a comment. I love all the changes, and I'm so glad all that stuff is gone. And I thank you guys for doing all the changes you did.
I think what we need to, do is to give you clarity, and the homeowners clarity in regards to this particular question. John sort of facilitated the majority of that, and he's not present tonight. And I absolutely agree 100% with you that with each item, there needs to be in the next meeting, what happened to it, what funds were generated, and where those funds went. That is absolutely a fair question. And because, you know, we are responsible for those things, and we're responsible for answering and doing right. So that will be, can we address that at the next meeting?
Is everybody okay with that? This isn't just my community
Well,
center.
that's just number one, that's just number one.
Right.
Well, that's, I would like to see you
Number one,
guys
I'm
give her
fine with
answers
that.
in writing, and then when we all need your answers, we can discuss it even better, and it'll go much, much quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it in writing.
And then we can discuss it next
You know,
week.
Gena's bringing up a lot of good points, we'll get it to you in writing. Okay.
Okay.
You wanna do the next one then, Gena?
Go ahead, y'all go ahead and take me. Clubhouse updates and concerns. We kind of hit on the paying the TV. You guys have an answer for that?
So when we
Question
painted the
number one,
clubhouse,
item
did we obtain three votes, and then we use a licensed, insured contractor?
Is that one question?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's under number 2.
Who voted for the upgrades, et cetera, for the painting?
It was unanimous, we did get 3 bids
Hang
and,
on. We got 3 bids. We decided on who we were gonna use. But the official vote never took place. I was not, I had questions. All the work in the clubhouse was done. When I showed up to one of the next HOA meetings, saw that the clubhouse was done. I still had questions hanging out there about, you know, further cost breakdown. And I didn't get those until after the work was already done, hence why I abstained from the vote to pay the contractor that did the work.
So to clarify, there wasn't actually a voting process. You guys got the bids, but nobody actually
We're not following.
voted the process.
There was a vote.
We did
We
vote.
did indeed vote. There were bids submitted, and we voted on that.
Do you have those minutes, Chad?
There was discussion in the February minutes. If I'm remembering correctly, it occurred between the February and the March meeting. It was agreed again at the March meeting where 3 approved the painting the TV that was already done, and then there was 1 abstain from that.
So, in other words, it was discussed, if I'm hearing you right, it was discussed in February.
Correct.
No vote was totaled to do it, and it was done in March, and then it was voted on in March to approve it.
So what if you said
So
no?
approve the guy's payment.
Excuse me, I'm asking Chad.
That's not correct. That's not correct.
Excuse me, I'm asking Chad. Can you let Chad answer the question?
Why are you so aggressive? She's on the board and she's addressing it.
And she's been,
You've been very aggressive the whole meeting. Can she speak?
can the
I'd
other
like to
gentleman
hear
answer
her
the
speak.
question?
I'd like to hear everybody speak, actually.
Attitude. I think you ought to respect this board
Exactly, like
and their
ridiculous.
representation
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
this
respect this
community.
board like they respected ours.
I understand that, but let everybody get a chance to speak, because I'm not here for anybody to waste my time. I'd like to know what's going on, and I'd like to hear everybody speak. Period. Not just one antagonistic fool behind me.
Excuse me, if you're gonna
You're
start
being
calling
very
names.
antagonistic the whole meeting.
You know,
You need to calm
I have a
down.
reason to be
Okay, I
antagonistic.
understand it, but you need to calm
Ma'am,
down.
I am so
Let
calm.
everybody else
The
speak.
only one upset is you. I am very calm.
Ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. You're so disrespectful. Ridiculous.
I mean,
According to the,
hold on, everybody.
Just listen.
minutes, it was discussed and was being looked into in February. If that's not correct, the board reviews approves the minutes. The minutes should be amended. According to the recorded minutes, it was discussed in February. Something was done in between February and March. The board discussed it further in March after it was done, and then officially approved it in the March.
Thank you.
So it was approved, but there was discussion on
When was the day of the work?
looking into versus actually doing.
Was the work performed before the vote? That's the one question here. Was the work, okay, there you go. The work was done before the vote. So the vote meant nothing. So the vote meant nothing, it was an after that. I abstain. Absolutely.
Okay, good.
I wanted on the record in these minutes that I do not recall it being that way, and I remember specific conversations.
I mean, he's reading your minutes though.
Yes.
I mean, those are minutes approved by your board, right? So they were your minutes approved by your
I don't
board.
recall.
That's why you have minutes though.
May I ask a question?
Okay.
May I ask a question? Chair, were you absent from any of the meetings?
Absent?
Were you not present at any
No.
of the
No,
meetings?
he
So how do you not remember the days of when things were said and when things were voted on? Because
It's
this,
not that I don't remember them,
He
it's that
abstained.
stuff was done without my approval.
okay, so when
Not
things
my
are
knowledge.
voted on, doesn't the whole board have to come to consensus?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying.
When they're voted on is the key term there.
The vote, the only vote that happened was the vote to pay the contractor that did the work. I
Okay,
abstained from that vote, because I was not voting for it. I didn't feel that the contractor should be paid, because we had gone through the approval process of approving that particular contract. Because I still had questions about the cost breakdown.
okay.
I thought there were some things that were too high,
And John.
and so I wanted,
So you're saying you disagree with that particular contractor that got the job? So you
it's
were
not that I disagree
abstaining
with the contractor, I disagree with the process
of
through
how?
which the work was done.
Okay, so is that an issue that we need to look at? How the board is operating within itself? Maybe this is an issue.
Because this was the
Right?
first meeting that I got on the board,
Right.
and my question was,
Okay.
is this particular vendor didn't have insurance or was a licensed contractor? However, the work was done, so I felt somewhat obligated to approve his payment. I was part of the vote, but it was afterward. But I wasn't part of it.
discussion here is why was the work done without the vote?
Yeah, that's the main question, is how do you do work without an actual vote on the books saying?
Just so everyone knows, just to clarify, votes within the board, if it's through email, it's supposed to be unanimous. We have to have an okay from everyone before anything can be done. If it's at a meeting, it can be majority. So I know the board tries to do most of the stuff here because they don't always agree on stuff. But if it's through email, it's gotta be majority. And if something. Yeah, sorry, if it's through email, it's gotta be unanimous. So if something happens that isn't unanimous or isn't majority meeting, then that's shouldn't be valid.
Do you have the total cost of what the renovations cost us for the clubhouse?
Cost of the station.
exact figure on that right now.
All right.
The painting was 2,000, I believe.
Can you have it for the next meeting?
Yes. Yeah, we spent 2,600 on maintenance for the clubhouse up to this point, and I think a majority of that was the painting and the renovations of that.
I'd interject real quick to touch on your point. I think one of your points, kind of your comment earlier about you guys need to get your crap together. You look at a lot of these items down here. You know, drainage rock,